Hello friends, this is Kunal Pant from MISHAL today, and as we have been continuously updating you of the latest of the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war or the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and as of today, that is 23rd of March 2022, day Wednesday, intense Russian air strikes are turning besieged Mariupol into the ashes of a dead land, the city council said, as the United States and Europe planned more sanctions to punish Moscow for its invasion of Ukraine. Street fighting and bombardments raged in Mariupol, Ukrainian officials said, a day after it rejected an ultimatum from Russia to surrender. Hundreds of thousands are believed to be trapped inside buildings with no access to food, water, power, or heat. Russian forces and Russian-backed separatist units has taken about half of the port city, normally home to around 4 lakh people, Russia's RIA news agency said, citing a separatist leader. There is nothing left there, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said in a video address to the Italy's parliament. Also doing the round has been that US President Joe Biden and his European counterparts will announce new sanctions against Russia to tighten existing sanctions during his trip to Brussels this week, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said. Biden also discussed longer-term adjustments to NATO forces to posture and contingencies in case of a nuclear weapon use, Sullivan said. Biden will also announce joint action on enhancing energy security in Europe, which is highly reliant on the Russian gas. The United States and its allies have imposed sweeping sanctions against Russia as punishment for invading Ukraine and supplied billions of dollars in weapons and aid for Ukrainian defense. Biden has also pledged not to send US soldiers to Ukraine but promised to keep Washington's commitment to defend NATO members if they were attacked. Biden leaves on Wednesday for Brussels, where NATO and European unions are based, for meeting on Thursday with fellow leaders. He will attend an emergency NATO summit, meet with G7 leaders, and address European Union leaders at a meeting of the European Council, Sullivan has been told. That also has been said that talks between Ukraine and Russia are confrontational because moving forward, President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Wednesday, as the West plans to announce more sanctions against Kremlin amid a worsening humanitarian crisis. Hundreds of thousands are believed to be trapped inside buildings with no access to food, water, power, or heat. Both civilians and Ukrainian troops were coming under Russian fire, said Regional Governor Pavlo Kryalenko. Also, Russian forces and Russian-backed separatist units has taken about half of the port city, normally home for around 4 lakh people, Russia's RIA news agency said, citing a separatist leader. But in an early morning address, Zelensky held out hope for negotiations which have yielded little since February 24 invasion which began. It's very difficult, sometimes confrontational, he also said. Also doing round has been that Starlink terminals were seen to Ukraine after an official, Mikhail Fedorov, sought help from Musk after Russian attacks disrupted internet services in the country. Shortwell said more of the funding of the Starlink kits have come from private sources. She also added that France helped and think that Poland is also helping. Thousands of Starlink satellites internet kits have been sent to Ukraine, SpaceX president said. Also doing the round has been around 1 lakh people remain to be besieged the Ukrainian port city of Mariupol under inhuman conditions. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky said no food, no water, no medicine. under constant shelling, under constant bombing, he said in a video address. According to an English transcript by the NBC News, Ukraine has been trying to evacuate people from the city and bring in humanitarian aid for more than a week, Zelensky said. Almost all the attempts, unfortunately, are disrupted by the Russian occupiers by shelling or deliberate terror. The president also said that Ukrainian representatives are continuing very difficult negotiations virtually. Step by step, we are moving forward, he said. He said he was grateful for the support of the international mediators and leaders that has been told one by one. Also, Zelensky said still 1 lakh are trapped in Mariupol under inhuman conditions, Biden heads to Brussels. So friends, this has been the latest update as of today, that is 23rd March 2022, day Wednesday. We'll keep you updating more and more of this Russia-Ukraine war or this Russia-Ukraine conflict. By that time, your friend Kunal Pant from MISHAL Today, Lucknow.